Jai Shri Mataji. Let's start this new day of meditation at the global level with the consciousness at the Virat level. Collective Namaskar and collective raising of Kundalini.
A question was asked to me what puja we are going to have today. And I kept it a secret. Today we should worship the Paramchaitanya, the all-pervading power of God's love. We are aware that Paramchaitanya does everything. At least mentally we know that everything is worked out by the grace of Paramchaitanya, which is the power of the Adi Shakti. But still, it is not so much in our heart. So much in our attention. We can consider Paramchaitanya like an ocean, like an ocean which contains everything within itself. Everything, all the working, everything is within its own limits. So it cannot be compared with anyone. You cannot compare it. Now if you see the sun, then from the sun the rays have to come out to work it. If you see somebody, say a person who has an authority, he has to assert that power outside. So within himself, he doesn't work it out. Say for example, if there's a seed, and inside the seed only the tree grows and the fruits come out, and then they are sold and people eat it, and everything is inside that seed, then that is Paramchaitanya. So we are all enveloped in it. And only the waves that we see, and we are on the waves, so we see it as dislocated, separated. Like we feel, this is Germany, or this is England, this is India. These are just folds of the sari of Paramchaitanya, which look separated, but they are not separated. They are continuous. So the connection is absolutely complete. If I pull a thread from here, the thread will throughout be pulled. In the same manner, this Paramchaitanya is working within itself. And there is nothing without. So when you are Sahajogis, it pays special attention to you. Or I should say, it becomes absolutely one with you. Whatever you desire, whatever you want, also will be coming from the same Paramchaitanya, if you are one with it. Like in a, say, turbulent ocean, some drops of water may fly into the air and start thinking that we are above. We are away from the world, away from the ocean. But again they have to fall into the same. So this formless energy, which has all the intelligence, all the coordination, all the organizations, all the computers, all the televisions, all that you can think of communication and of governing, of administration, and above all, it is the love. It is the love of God and love of your mother. So, I know that you have become part and parcel of the reality. This, if you have understood, I think we have done a big job. Now we are in Germany, and in Germany there have been people who have tried to shatter the hopes of human beings. But even that happening, that took place, all those horrible things happened, that so many people died. Of course they are born again, no problem. And such problems came up that they were thinking that the whole world will be finished. They were so much worried. They thought that the whole world will be finished. But did not. But this war has taught us a lesson. It has made us more collective. It has made us understand each other. Otherwise, how do you come out of the ignorance that we are this country, we are that country, racialism, then this so-called nationalism, so-called patriotism, all these separating forces, divisive things. So clearly, we are all human beings. And we should be treated as human beings. If you see the history, after every war, there has been a speedy movement towards knowledge of oneness of the world. It is something like you have in a spacecraft, that a container is built in, one into another. And the whole thing comes into a speed, some velocity. And then the lower container bursts or explodes. When it explodes, it gives a higher speed to the rest of it. And so the acceleration of the velocity takes place. And that's how one can go into the space. In the same manner, all these horrible things that have happened are explosions which brings you towards knowledge that there's something wrong with us. We are living with something unreal. Now the problems, today's problems as they are, like ecology problem, AIDS, drugs, all these modern problems and poverty. If you see it like a witness, you will see these are quite shocking. These are very shocking things. And all these shocking things should really shock our mind. Should really shock our mind. Why we have this problem? And these problems, some of the stupid leaders think that we can solve by making more money. We can protect ourselves from ecology if we have more money. And that we can pollute the atmosphere because we'll have more money. And then we can protect ourselves so that everybody will have to have a mask moving about all over the place. But we should make more money to protect ourselves. Doesn't matter if there is ecological problem, doesn't matter. So you move about like a person who is entering into the area which is all full of fumes. All these stupid ideas come up because they do not see that what is human dignity is. That human beings are above everything else, above machinery, above all material things of the world. They will not talk that will balance the machinery. No. What they will talk, that will make a man a greater slave of the machinery because he must have money. He must have more money. And with this more money, we can protect ourselves against this ecological problem. It is absurd. But if you understand the human dignity, then you have to understand that as a human being, we have to take a very positive, wise step to stop all the nonsense we have been doing. Like now, most of the French shores, the beaches, are polluted. Naturally, because they started a funny thing called holiday making on the seashore. So this is the result. Now do what you please. You cannot do all that. It has stopped. So instead of, the human brain is such, instead of understanding that we have done something wrong, oh, they will say, we will start some new method of cleansing this. They will never condemn what has gone wrong with them, that they have become so addicted to this kind of a funny life that they have on the seashores. Now AIDS, you'll be amazed that in America, why? Even they said that there were, in Los Angeles itself, 700,000 people who glorified themselves as martyrs of AIDS because they are achieving such a great goal of leading a life which is nonsensical, as if like a big revolution. And thinking that they are very, very great revolutionaries, great people, that they are supporting these AIDS disease and glorifying it. Can you believe that this kind of assertion will be accepted? People only laugh at it. But everything is so money-oriented. They like to advertise it. They want to talk about money help. They want to say that this is happening because if they had more money, they would have taken more drugs. Because they have no money, that's why they are thieving. So we must give them money so that they can take drugs. Or they can take to this kind of life. On the whole, if you see, people have lived with something which is so unreal all their lives, absolutely unreal. And when it comes to facing it, that we've done a mistake, we should not have done this mistake, then they retreat and take another glorious image, artificial and unreal, saying that, oh, we are great, we are martyrs. And this is what we call is Kali Yuga, where everything that is ignoble, everything that is to be detested, everything from which we should have protection will become the goal of people to achieve. I hope you have understand. understood that the all-pervading power around us is the one that is doing Sahaja, is the one that has brought you to Sahaja, and is the one who has given you blessings, is Paramchaitanya, through which it has worked out. So today's prayer should be that we be more and more aware that we are part and parcel of that Paramchaitanya, and that we can feel that. We can use that power. We can work it out. If it is felt today that way, I think a lot of work has been done already, and may God bless you for that.
Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's start the meditation. Both hands on the floor. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let already have our attention very high, above Saswara, at Virat level, as if the Virat himself, herself, was putting both gigantic hands on the floor, on Mother Earth, as if the divinity of the Virat was connecting with the divinity of Mother Earth. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Om Dvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Dvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Dvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Dvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mata. Om Dvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender to Shri Adi Bhumi Devi and to the Lord Ganesh in Mother Earth. Left side, collective left side, collective right side, and complete central channel, all the badas and heat in the body, in our homes, in our cities, in our countries, in the whole world, from all humanity, from all the yogis, are surrendered to through us to Mother Earth. Left hand, left hand on the lap. Shri Mahakali Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender of collective super ego, collective left side. We need to have a very strong, high level attention and a true devotion in our heart, a true surrendering desire in our heart collectively.
इक्कीस नाम। ओम श्री महाभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री बटुकभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री सिद्धभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री कंकालभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री कालभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री कालाग्निभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री योगभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री शक्तिभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री आनन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री मार्तण्डभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री गौरभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री बालभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री बटुभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री श्मशानभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री पुरभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री तरुणभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री परमानन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री सुरानन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री ज्ञानानन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री उत्तमानन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री अमृतानन्दभैरवाय नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, let's collectively move to the right side. Right hand on the lap, left hand over the shoulder. Let's have a window opened wherever we are in this global meditation room so that the energy of the Lord Vayu, the wind, can purify our right side. Shri Mahasaraswati Hanuman Mantra. Om त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महा सरस्वती हनुमना साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः. Complete collective surrender of ego, of collective ego, of the mind, of all the thoughts, of all the reactions, inner reaction, subtlest reactions, and also of every single action as we do not do anything. Let's just realize that we are just the pure product of the action of the divine, of Paramchaitanya, and that Paramchaitanya does everything. Let's rise to that level of understanding.
भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, वज्र हनुमान मारुती, वनारी अंजनी सूता, रामदूता प्रभंजना. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, वज्र हनुमान मारुती, वनारी अंजनी सूता, रामदूता प्रभंजना. महाबली प्राणदाता, सकळा उठवी बळे, सौख्यकारी दुःखहारी, मूर्त वैष्णव गायका. हुंकार भरत उड्डाण करत, हुंकार भरत उड्डाण करत, हुंकार भरत उड्डाण करत, हुंकार भरत उड्डाण करत ये हनुमंता. हुंकार भरत ये हनुमंता, उड्डाण करत ये हनुमंता, हुंकार भरत ये हनुमंता. दुष्ट वृत्ती संहार करत, संचार करत ये हनुमंता. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, वज्र हनुमान मारुती, नारी अंजनी सूता, रामदूता प्रभंजना. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा. दीनानाथा हरि रूपा, सुंदरा जगदंतरा. दीनानाथा हरि रूपा, सुंदरा जगदंतरा. पाताल देवता हंता, भव्य सिंदूर लेपना. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, विश्वासाची संजीवनी दे, दूर होऊ दे शंका. द्वेषाची अन अविचाराची दहन होऊ दे लंका. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा, विश्वासाची संजीवनी दे, दूर होऊ दे शंका. द्वेषाची अन अविचाराची दान होऊ दे लंका. तू शुद्ध भाव दे, भक्ती दे, अन्याय हारण्या शक्ती दे. तू शुद्ध भाव दे, भक्ती दे, अन्याय हारण्या शक्ती दे. दुष्ट वृत्ती संहार करत, संचार करत ये हनुमंता. लोकनाथा जगन्नाथा, प्राणनाथा पुरातना. पुण्यवंता पुण्यशीला, पावना परतोषका. भीमरूपी महारुद्रा. कोटीच्या कोटी उड्डाणे, झेपावे उत्तरेकडे. मंदाद्री सारखा द्रोणू, तुझे उत्पातीला बळे. आणि रामाभूती दिला, आला गेला मनोगती. मनासी टाकिले मागे, तरीसी तुळना नसे. आणपासोनी ब्रह्मांडाये म्हणा, होत जातसे. तयासी तुळना कोठे, मेरू मंदार धाकुटे. हृदयाला जोडणारा एक सेतू बांध तू. उड्डाण करत ये, हुंकार भरत ये वीरभद्र वज्र हनुमान मारुति वनारी अंजनी सुता रामदूता प्रभंजना गदे धनधान्य पशुवृत्ती पुत्र पौत्र समस्तही शक्तीला आवेग दे पावती रूप विद्यादी स्तोत्र पाठे करोनिया भक्ती दे विश्वास दे भूत प्रेत समद्धादी रोग व्याधी समस्तही तू पुन्हा मोकळा श्वास दे नाचती तूट दे चिंता आनंदे भीम दर्शने तू ज्ञानाची आस दे शोभी लाभले शोभले भले तू विज्ञानाची कास दे देहो निस्संदेहो संख्या चंद्र कलामुळे तू सत्याचा ध्यास दे रामदासी अग्रगण्यो कवी गोळासी मंडळो सार्थकता जन्म सुते रामरूपी अंतरात्मा दर्शने दोष नासती सार्थकता जन्म सदे रामरूपी अंतरात्मा दर्शने दोष नासते सार्थकता जन्म सदे दोष नासते सार्थकता जन्म सदे दोष नासते.
Now, both hands on the lap. With true faith and true confidence, let's open ourselves to the Sanskrit channel, to Shri Mahalakshmi, to Shri Adi Shakti, to Shri Adi Kundalini. Shri Kundalini Gauri Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kundalini Gauri Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Mahasaraswati, Shri Mahalakshmi Mahaganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahaganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Collective attention is above Sasvara, on the Sutra channel, on the infinity of the Sutra channel, which is totally opened, which gives us access to the superior chakras above Sasvara, which are bigger, wider, and which are also, Sutra channel is also giving us access to the completeness of Paramchaitanya, which is the greatness of God, the complete love of our Mother. Let's open ourselves very high and very wide above Sasvara, and at the same time open our heart, sharpen our attention and focus on Paramchaitanya.
गुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
Let's collectively thank our mother and do namaskar collectively and raise our Kundalini. Namaskar, Kundalini.